Good afternoon. My name is Mark Milne, uh, student at Columbia Southern University. This is my Unit 3 project, Fire Prevention Video. This is for Fire 4311, course on fire prevention and code enforcement with Professor Travis Anderson at Columbia Southern University. The purpose of this assignment is to petition a local city council for additional funding for fire prevention department. I'll begin the recording now. Good afternoon, members of the City Council. As you know, the city of North Las Vegas has many challenges. Not the least of these is striking the difficult balance between managing the costs of fire life and safety. In North Las Vegas, the safety and well-being of our community are our two greatest concerns. One very crucial aspect of ensuring safety is having the highest quality fire prevention measures in place. As members of the City Council, your decisions directly impact our ability to protect people's lives and property from the devastating effects of fires. This short video I will share with you today will highlight the importance of fire protection and advocate for increased budget allocations to support these efforts. Fires pose a significant risk to residential, commercial, and natural areas in North Las Vegas. With our very arid, dry climate and at times extremely high winds, the potential for rapid fire spread cannot be ignored. Recent years have seen an increase in wildlife incidents across Nevada, underscoring the urgency of proactive fire prevention strategies. In the 2024 budget year, the allocation for fire prevention stands at an acceptable amount and has helped produce extensive services to help our community. However, recent trends and challenges necessitate a more proactive approach. Over the past 15 years, Nevada has experienced numerous wildfires, the most notable including the incident at the Carpenter 1 wildland fire in 2013. This event underscores the urgent need for enhanced fire prevention strategies and resources. The Carpenter 1 fire incurred significant costs, both in terms of firefighting expenses and economic impact. While exact figures for the total cost of the Carpenter 1 fire vary depending on different sources and calculations, it is estimated that the firefighting costs alone exceeded $18 million without adjustments for inflation and burned a total of 28,000 acres of our native fragile desert vegetation in both Spring Mountain National Recreation Area and Mount Charleston area. This $18 million figure includes expenses related to personnel, equipment, aircraft, and other resources deployed to contain and extinguish the fire. In addition to the direct firefighting costs, the Carpenter 1 fire also resulted in economic losses due to damage to property, impacts on tourism and recreational activities, and disruptions to local businesses and communities. The overall impact of wildfires often extends beyond immediate costs to include long-term effects on ecosystems, infrastructure, and local economies. How effective our fire prevention efforts are hinges on adequate funding. Current budget constraints limit our ability to maintain fire breaks and clearances, regular clearing of vegetation, and creating fire breaks is essential to prevent wildfires from spreading uncontrollably. We also need to upgrade our firefighting equipment, ensuring that our firefighters have access to the state-of-the-art equipment enhances their ability to contain and extinguish fires swiftly and safely. Increased retention requires an increased salary for those who maintain regulatory practices in fire prevention. These are very, very stressful jobs that have a high amount of employee dissatisfaction due to the high pressure nature of the interactions with some citizens. We need to hire new staff within the building department for those who examine building code and develop and modify our code development process. We also need additional staff for pre-construction meetings during planning for construction and what fire prevention strategies will be required in new buildings. We need to train employees in code enforcement on the fire-resistant materials that are used in construction and in their quality, and train building inspectors in professional development with code enforcement. We also need to hire more inspectors to inspect occupied buildings and identify unsafe buildings in accordance with fire codes and assist in bringing those buildings back into compliance. The city of North Las Vegas has an extensive area that has a very high aging rate of those buildings, and we need to bring those buildings back into code and assist businesses and community developers in this process. We also need to hire additional education and community outreach specialists. This will provide fire safety demonstrations to schools, businesses, and community events to educate residents about fire safety practices and evacuation procedures. This will significantly reduce fire risks and improve our community readiness. The benefits of increased budget allocations cannot be overstated. These benefits include enhanced preparedness, improved response times, community resilience. Additional funds would enable us to conduct more frequent inspections of high-risk areas that are so prominent in the city of North Las Vegas. It'll also help our building inspectors to identify potential fire hazards and implement timely corrective measures. Investing in advanced firefighting equipment and training programs ensures that our firefighters are well equipped and prepared to respond swiftly to emergencies. Increased education and outreach efforts empower residents to take proactive steps in fire prevention, fostering a resilient and safety-conscious community. Preventing fires is not just about saving lives. It also makes economic sense. The cost of firefighting efforts, property damage, and lost revenue due to business interruptions far exceeds the investment required for preventative measurements. These preventive measurements will help increase not only the economic impact to local businesses and members of our community, but it will also result in long-term benefits for tax revenue to our city. Based on an article by Fire Engineering in 2021, the economic benefit of the fire service, the return on investment for prevention is estimated as high as 2,100% in preventing costs of fire suppression and the costs of emergency medical services operations. As elected representatives of North Las Vegas, you have the power to prioritize fire prevention and safeguard our community against potential disasters. By increasing these budget allocations for fire prevention efforts, you not only protect the lives and property of our citizens, but also demonstrate a commitment to proactive governance and long-term community well-being. We absolutely must work together to ensure that North Las Vegas remains a safe and thriving place for generations to come. Together, we can make a meaningful and significant difference in enhancing the safety and resilience of North Las Vegas. Thank you.